you've done New Edition, BET, you've done Detroit, now this. The hate that you give. When picking these roles, what goes through your head?
Ooh, honestly, when picking them, I can't say what does. It honestly just hits me at the time. So I might read the script, I might not like it, or I might fall in love with it. And that's kind of just how I base it. And the character background too. How's the character? What is his dynamic? Does he have depth? You know what I'm saying? Is he saying something? Like, so that's how I pick the roles, and it's just been like kind of weird that it has singing in them as well, and I'm a singer that is talking about like real justice, and so it's honestly a good thing. I'm happy for it.
And then with Zilla, as a media personality, how important are film festivals like this?
Film festivals like this are super important. They allow young black filmmakers to get in with the likes of Ava DuVernay, The Hate You Give, Widows, Night School, which is Will Packer and Kevin Hart's production. And that's a great ability to be able to do that, because that way you put your name amongst the greats, you know what I mean? In a place where you might not be able to get into Sundance.
And you know, you've been doing this for a while. What advice would you give to someone who wants to get into the business?
Work hard and do the work. If you do the work, it'll happen, you know what I mean? You'll be able to grow, you'll be able to advance in the field. You just have to put together the resume first, and that's all you need to do, you know what I mean?
And what can they do differently to
be themselves
outside?
The best thing you can do differently is just to be yourself, because no one else is built like you.
Right.
No one else went through what you went through. No one else has the experiences you have. So that's the best thing. And then there's someone else who can relate to you. So as long as you be yourself, you're fine.
Top 3 music songs that are out right now.
Music songs that are out right now. I like Black. I've been listening to a lot of Black.
Okay.
And all 3 of his songs are my favorite here.
And 3 upcoming movies.
You gotta see Green Book. Green Book's phenomenal.
Okay.
Roma is really good too, about a maid who has a baby. And I would say Widows. Widows is one of my favorite movies.
And what's next for you personally?
I have some things that I'm working on now.
Okay.
I'm getting ready to announce with some major names. Can't fully disclose it, but I'm super excited. Just know that I'm coming for everybody.
And how can folks find you who don't know who the hell you are?
Blogzilla, BLOGXILLA everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, all places.
Thank you, Zilla. So, what were you doing? Where were you at when you found the news that you have your own show?
Where was I at? I was in the room when they offered it to me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was at. I pitched it to them, and who was in the room, they bought it.
All right.
Yeah.
And for folks who don't know what the show is about, what is it about?
Real is a multicam sitcom, live studio audience, basically loosely based off my life and everything I went through after going through divorce and becoming a long distance dad, and just owning up all my BS to make me a stronger man. So that's basically the show.
Okay. And how you, as an actor, how do you prepare for like film versus TV?
It's the same process for me. I don't do anything differently. Yeah, it's the same. I almost don't like telling this because I don't want directors to be scared of this, but I don't overly prepare. I look at the script one time. The night before, I don't study anything. I literally, when I show up on set, is when I look at what I'm about to do. Because I want to stay fresh. I read it once and I know the story, then the words is easy to do.
Top 3 music that's on your playlist right now.
I'm listening to 7th Street. They got a new song called Yearning. That's great. Very proud of her. Best part, Daniel Caesar and her. I don't know why I love that song so much. And this is so random. It's a song called Chocolate Legs.
Who is it by?
By Eric Benet.
Okay, off his new project.
I love it's a good song.
All right, well there you have it. Thank you. It's your first major role. How are you feeling?
Man, I feel blessed, man. Like you said, it's my first major role. You know, a lot of people take years and stuff to get to this point, to where they're a sitcom. You know, there's a lot of great actors who do that. And I'm just literally blessed that someone saw my talent, like Rel, because a big thing about the studios was I was a green actor, which means I haven't been in much thing. Are you sure he can be on the show? Rel's I don't care about none of it. You know what I'm saying? Like that is who it is. So I appreciate that. I appreciate the opportunity, man. And I'm just ready for what's next, man. For real.
And for someone who wants to get inspired, what would you tell them?
I would say never stop trying. Once again, I reiterated this, but I know this sounds cliche, but I go by this quote that Jimmy Iovine always says, never use, well, like horses always use blinders when they're in a horse race. The reason why they do that is because they can't, if they look over to another horse, they might fall, trip, or whatever. If someone's in your position, your age, your race, or whatever, don't look at what they're doing and feel discouraged. Keep on going on your race and everything will be fine. I
Thanks.
promise.
All right. What was about the script that made you decide that you wanted to do Jin?
It was a powerful film written by a wonderful writer and director, and you know, it's just a beautiful story about Islam and about a woman and her daughter, and it was just a story that you don't see typically, and it's really good.
Okay. And now, switching gears, what's next for Luke Cage? And Misty.
I couldn't tell you. I have no clue.
And how was it like working with your husband? Like on screen and off screen, did you have to like separate and like how was that dynamic?
You know, it's great working with my husband. He's one of my favorite actors, so it was a blessing working with him in Jin as well as in Luke Cage.
And anything else coming up for you?
No, not right now. Just supporting this amazing film.
And how important is film festivals like Urban World to the Black community?
I think that they allow for these films that are made by passionate filmmakers to be seen on a bigger scale and to give it the kind of respect that it deserves. I think that it's important because it's us supporting each other. Before a studio or a network gets behind something, we have to support it.
Okay, thank you. And can you just, so as a master actor, how important is it to have festivals like this?
Festivals like this are important because what they're doing is they're bringing up the next generation of writers and directors, and hopefully that next generation will be telling stories that the last generation missed. Stories that are outside of slavery, stories that are outside of equal and civil rights, stories that are about human beings who happen to have black skin.
Okay. And what's next for you? You know, Scandal just ended. We loved you as Papa Pope. What's coming up?
I'm doing a new series on CBS called God Friended Me.
Yes.
We premiere on September 30th.
All right. And can you tell us what role with that? What's your role in that?
I play Reverend Feiner, who's the minister of the Episcopal Church, and Brandon Michael Hall plays my son, and he's an atheist.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, we're here at Open World with Mustafa. You better know him as the Bushmaster from Luke Cage. What brings you to Open World today?
Let Them Die Like Lovers. It's a short film directed by Jesse Atlas, co-written by Aaron Wolf. Sci-fi, low-tech, CIA covert operations, in the vein of Altered Carbon on Netflix, but a lot grittier in terms of tone.
And what attracted you to the project?
The project, well, me and Jesse, like we're best friends, and so like we work together to create content. We have another film called Record Play. Mm-hmm. That's another short that was shortlisted for the Oscars actually.
Okay.
So check it out online.
All right. Good. And how was it playing the Bushmaster last season on Luke Cage?
It was a lot of fun actually. Just a lot of fun. I used a lot of my skill sets. I love anything that I can be physical in. You know what I mean? Use my warrior spirit. And it's just, they dressed it real nice too. So I like it.
And then having it filmed in Harlem, and you're from here. How special was that?
That was very special, as you already know.
Right.
It was a great homecoming. I've been in LA for the last 14 years, so to come back and do a project that big, you know, in my backyard is amazing.
All right, thank you.
You too, brother.
All right, we're here with Mac Wells. He just got off his TV One movie, Dinner for Two. He's here at Open World, always supporting the film festivals. What's going on? What's next for you?
More music, TV. Got a lot of stuff that we're working on. So.
Can you give us anything? I asked you on the red carpet at ABF Press. You still couldn't give me anything. Can you give me anything tonight?
Anything tonight?
Just give me a hint of something.
The music should be coming out in a few weeks.
Okay. What's the vibe? What are we expecting to come around?
It's gonna feel like you got.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. That's all we can get right now from Matt. Thank you, Matt. All right, Malcolm. How important is film festivals like this to the community and the art of filmmaking?
Well, it's extremely important, you know, for us to be able to showcase movies that feature characters and people that how we see ourselves, not how other people see us. And so it's extremely important that we do that and have that. So what can I say? Like, you know, Urban World Film Festival.
the best director.
Thank you, Kevin.
It's not a lot.
So, you know, I think we need it, the industry needs it. The filmmakers, I mean, the film goers today are, you know, have been used to the idea of a black president. That's like that foreign thing. And they want diversity in their content. And we're the ones who bring it to them.
Thank you.
Right.